Hi, blessings, everyone. It's Friday today, and it's the 22nd of October. There's a message coming through about timelessness and living in the moment, and the spaciousness, the expansion that we're living in. The more and more that we are able to dissolve anything that matters through the light that we are, the crystalline form, the sense of belonging, where we literally come into our own feeling of being at home with ourselves. Then the expansion and the connection with Source comes into our awareness when it's needed. There's no time. So there's a feeling of I don't know if I can describe this. It's more than non-attachment. It's a deep feeling of unity, and there is space there within the timeless. And what's happening is it's allowing that which we need to receive to come in at the moment of receiving. It's very powerful, and it's also extremely natural. If you can imagine that we're letting go of all that matters in our life. Now I'm talking about physical matter along with this feeling of need that we have. Throughout the expansion, then everything is being renewed, and there's a sense of how everything has stepped aside to allow the grace to come through. Living in this state of grace. There's no need to be anything other than be in the fullness of life, where there are no concerns. There's nothing to think about. We stay in the flow of life. There's also a magic that happens where the receiving and the abundant flow will come in to feed the energy system. And this is nourishment. So there's no need, again, to strive for anything. You don't need to look for anything or sense that you need something. It's an amazing process, because the body, as we go through the embodiment process, the body will be telling you at different periods of time. I'm trying to find words for this, but the body will literally and organically start to rejuvenate itself through the energy system. So if there's any feeling of lack, then it's not real, because we're actually receiving the nourishment that we need. Even though we may feel that it's not what we need, that we need something else, that we're holding on to something that we feel we should have in our lives, a person, a thing, a material thing, it doesn't matter. So when we receive, we actually receive through the spaciousness, and the abundance flows in and arrives. And it can arrive quite unexpectedly, because there's no attachment to time. And so it comes to speak of something far greater than the material needs. That feeling of striving and doing, it's just let it go, let it go, let it go. Just be, allow, and receive. It's something that needs to be experienced, because it's the whole feeling and movement of the energy that comes in. So rather than being triggered, which it has been a biggie on the planet, this is coming from grace, and it comes from a very deep love, and it's source consciousness. There is a wisdom in place in our lives, and we're able to receive with a sense of the breath. It can be a sense of awe. Wow. Now, if we hadn't fully extended ourselves and expanded and let go of any need for anything material, then you find that the innocence and the moment that comes of receiving can be beyond words. So, as we're in the full moon just now, just take a moment to breathe and just be. Stay in the fullness of life, rather than filling up with things that need, you feel that need to be done, just let it go. And it will all happen in divine time. So I'm sending some energy through today, and a blessing of unity and peace. There's a very deep peace that has come in since the equinox, and it's extremely powerful in terms of the energy it carries. And enjoy this feeling of rest inside, internally, just allowing and being in the silence and the quiet. It's beautiful. So enjoy. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.